Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afkar, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of your divine uniqueness. So, yeah, happy to have you with us here today, whether you are joining us on the live call or later on the replay. And yeah, also very excited that Laura Maesaka is back on the show. Um, how to say, like, always feel excited when she joins us because the message that she shares is really very profound, and also we can feel like the love that she holds in the words that she shares, the energy that she shares, and the guidance or support that she provides to others, and how to say also the space that we feel when we connect to her. It really feels very very safe and very loving, and also the messages that she brings, they are really, how to say, really inspiring, and reminds us how to of our true power, even though many times we can feel limited by the physical reality or the human experience. Because as we are remembering who we are, our truth, our power, so we remember like how powerful we are and our sovereignty. But in the process of trying to embody that through the physical reality, sometimes it can be uh, it can be felt like as limited, but through the guidance that we receive, the message that she shares, she really inspires us to to really embrace and how to feel more at ease and more um, like more at ease in having that experience while bringing our light and sharing our lights and our gifts, and how we can really experience that unlimited potential that we have in this beautiful planet. So yeah, and so if you are new to her, she is an intuitive, multidimensional healer, channel of light beings, spiritual coach, and sound alchemist. And today's call will be about solar alignment, divine, cosmic, and human influences to align your willpower with your true power. And so, yeah, she will be sharing about that, and also she will be guiding us on a healing process and activation. It's a solar alignment activation, which will be really powerful. So stay tuned for that. And also, we'll have a Q&A later on the call where you can ask Laura your questions. And yeah, so with that, Laura, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Hi, Mansaf. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be back on your show. I love the work that you do and spreading the message and helping our community and our collective heal. So today I've been guided to talk about our suns. And when I say suns, I mean the star in our solar system, and as well as our solar plexus and our center of which is our center of will and identity, as well as the great central sun, which is our divine identity. I've been becoming more and more aware of the work that I do in other dimensions and delivering and anchoring solar transmissions to the Earth. And many of us are doing these kinds of service and we don't even realize it. And with the leveling up of planetary and collective vibration in the next stage of our evolution, it is becoming evident how important it is to align our will with that of our higher soul and our divine creator for these energy influxes to be more intentional and even more powerful. Received a vision this morning. My hearts are becoming crystalline, and the toroidal fields of the hearts of most human have a lot of distortions, and they showed me how they look like dark smears on the toroidal field. And we're being called to really alchemize these blocks and imprints within the heart. And the way to do that is with forgiveness and to get to the core of who we are. And solar energies are assisting us in that release and are helping Gaia align her energetic pathways. So I've been on a journey to discover my true self, but really, who isn't, right? So the
Mm.
journey has become really a non-negotiable for me in life. And really wanting to know my pure essence, my divinity, stripped from all the masks we create from the trauma. So your sun, your solar identity or your ego, learn to create a persona by observing and reacting to the environmental and human stimuli. Also, when we incarnate, the memories of our mission and purpose, as well as the karmic seeds from other lifetimes and generational DNA, remain hidden from our conscious mind. So we're carrying all of those things when we come in, and they create responses as we interact with our world. And most of the time, those responses are unconscious, but are driven by these things. So how can we embody who we really are? So we're born with a lot of gifts. We have these beautiful transpersonal senses, and we have the ability to tune into the natural world. But unlike animals who rely on and depend on these amazing instinctual abilities, we are born and taught to focus and develop our intellect. We actually have little crystals in our brain. They're called magnetite. And these are the same crystal scientists have been studying and have found to be responsible for orienting animals and helping them navigate thousands of miles in their migrations. So we have this little tiny inner compasses like these animals that helps them align with the magnetic fields of the earth and guide them to their next destination. So our hearts also generate a magnetic field. The magnetic field of our hearts, we listen to our hearts, can help orient us, orient our brains as little tiny crystals in our brains to the magnetic pull of our divine selves. So our heart it's a big compass that points to our true north, or where we're going. So feelings of joy and compassion and kindness generate really strong magnetic waves that act as clues that guide us to our purpose. Low vibratory emotions such as grief, guilt, and shame and sadness, which we all carry, create a dissonance and a disruptive pattern that keep us lost and out of touch with our inner guidance. So when we allow ourselves to courageously follow that inner joy, and I say courageously because it's not always easy, you are on the path to discovering your purpose. Now, if you're having a hard time getting in touch with your passion and true purpose in life, you're not alone. I was lost for quite a bit of time. But you can start by asking yourself some questions. How did I experience joy as a child? What things did I like doing for the sake of just doing? So, for example, I used to pretend that I was a teacher. I would gather all my neighborhood friends and I would have a little blackboard and teach them what I just learned in school. And I also like pretending to be a radio host and with my small audio recorder. And I remember feeling so free and uninhibited. And when I was young, I found myself really enjoying these things completely by choice, like children do. And it was before I experienced the bulk of the trauma that was awaiting me. And if you've been following me on this show with your divine uniqueness, you're familiar with my story. And as a result of the trauma, my ego began building walls, which is trying to protect itself. That's what it's really good at. So I embraced my introvert side and became shy girl in school. And the older I got, the more terrified I became of public speaking. It wasn't getting much easier. So I became also an engineer, kind of a rebel, because my father said engineering was for men. And I was also gifted in math and science, and I enjoy doing that. So I thought, it's like,
Yeah.
I'll show him. So, but it wasn't really until later on, I took a Reiki class, my first Reiki class, and I'll never forget that moment. It really changed my life because it activated my heart chakra. And I felt an awakening of that inner compass start redirecting my life. I couldn't stop crying and getting the message, it's about time, it's about time. I never thought become a healer or do the work that I do now, but it was really that moment and that activation that set me on this journey. So I've been slowly healing the stage fright, and I've been saying yes to opportunities such as this one. Thank you, Monsef. No matter how scary they sound. So saying yes to opportunities that the universe brings to your door by being courageous enough not to be dissuaded by our or someone else's limiting beliefs and fears is a way to start taking steps. And as you start taking steps and your life starts changing, you begin trusting yourself and the universe, and you start aligning your will with the will of your higher soul. And synchronicities are something beautiful because they're markers letting you know that you're on the right track. And we all had those synchronicities. We just need to pay attention to them and follow that inner joy. So I also wanted to talk about other influences at play. And from a cosmology perspective, the moon cycles, we know that affect the human energy field. The rays of the sun are reflected on the body of the moon during a full moon phase, and this cosmic reflection has an unconscious mirroring effect whose wavelengths penetrate deep in the human psyche to trigger dissonance patterns of trauma. This is where the term lunatic comes from, and I never knew that. This is an opportunity to bring light of awareness into our inner landscape and reflect on what must be healed and released, to observing ourselves, how we're reacting and how we're being triggered. It's an indication that tells us what must be forgiven within us. So as you experience these slower vibratory emotions and you notice yourself reacting to somebody pushing your buttons, it's important to take the time to observe yourself and reflect, and with really a lot of honesty, being honest with yourself, owning that part that is yours. Allow also yourself to really feel that emotion in your heart. Face that emotion. Don't hide away from it. Don't push it to the side and shove it down. And feel the brilliance of the moon if the moon is in her full glory on the full moon phase, or your own inner brilliance as well. And ask that brilliance to show you your blind spots, and ask yourself, how am I perpetuating this? How can I change or reframe my thoughts about this person or this situation so I have a better, more positive outcome? How am I responsible for this? And taking responsibility is not a bad thing. It's a really good thing. It gives you the ability to change course or respond, not react. And there is always a part of you that is accountable for something. We love to point fingers, but as you know, this is harder
Yeah.
sometimes to look at each other and like at ourselves. So people around us really act like mirrors. And it's also true when we're blaming ourselves and we feel guilt and shame. It's comfortable feeling victim mode. You don't really um, get to have a lot of responsibility for owning things, as and it's it's a natural emotion. It's okay to be in those feelings sometimes when you're experiencing grief or a major loss and you need to get yourself cocooned. um but after a little while, it's time to get out there and get out of that funk. So are you really perpetuating this victimization feeling? So just be really honest with yourself. And the key is really to bring forgiveness to yourself and extend that forgiveness to others. And sometimes it's harder to really forgive yourself first, but forgiveness is an alchemizing force. Um, and if the situation is still a blind spot for you, and if it's really energetically charged, ask for guidance. We're not alone, guys. We have a team of beings around us, and go to your heart, ask for signs of dreams, and pay attention to what happens in journal, automatic writing, however you receive the messages. Start uncovering what the message is there for you. And once you accept your part and don't hide from those feelings, the heart, via acceptance and forgiveness, alchemizes and transforms those karmic seeds that are generating that emotional response. So it takes a little bit of practice, but but you start changing slowly. Don't believe me, try it out. So a reason blind spot for me that was really hard to come to terms with, is I realized that I learned to receive love by praise. Of my father was always really praising me for overachieving in school, really having really good grades, and I didn't realize. But later on, one of my teachers, and it was really hard to hear, but she pointed out, like, Laura, it's like you think you're better than everyone. And I was like, it was so hard to hear, but it helped, like that honesty really helped me look and see that part of myself that maybe had some jealousy and negative lower feelings that I was suppressing. It's like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way. It's like, no, it's natural. And now that I understand where it comes from, then I'm on a path to help heal it and forgive myself for having those feelings. So it's not easy, but we're always growing. So
Yeah.
this is a fun journey. And also wanted to talk about eclipses. So we just had one big one in here in North America on the 8th, and they're powerful cosmic events. And if you're any sort of sensitive, you can feel it. You can feel the energy shifting. And they have an influence both in individuals and the collective, both globally, but also especially for those that are in the areas of transit. So they disturb old patterns at a really, really deep level. And emotions are a manifestation of these patterns, energetic knots, and eclipses and other cosmic events like planetary alignments form energetic pathways that push or pull on these knots. So we have a knot and it's not beneficial for it to be there. We're going to get triggered and things will start happening to get that knot loose. So the only constant is change. And as we really allow energy to flow freely, and we do that by releasing attachments, removing blocks, if we're doing that, we're being in alignment with this very fundamental law. So I recently received a vision from my guides that helped me understand willpower. And they're so funny. They showed me a little boat. So willpower is like steering a boat. And if you're activating your heart, it's like the wind's blowing, leading you to your destination has become easy. You go on there, and helps you find the current that sets you on your path according to your divine plan or your divine blueprint, to fulfill your purpose. The ego tries to steer to avoid or control situations in order to what it thinks is protecting the boat. But the ego really doesn't have the whole picture as their soul does. It has tunnel vision and cannot see the complete picture. Spirit can see the bigger picture and knows what the direction to take. But if the person has a cloudy and turbulent mind, it has trouble steering the boat. So fear and trauma can take control of the situation via the ego and steer you against that current. And also causes you to, go against the current, which is you're just working way too hard and not getting anywhere. And also causes to steer off course and avoid situations. So, but when we're in the flow of life and trust that we're being guided by spirit, we surrender to the higher forces and take conscious action. We drive the boat and we sail the boat. No, we don't drive the boat, to where we're being guided. So lastly, I want to say, guys, we're divine beings and living a human experience. And it's important to not really just understand that message on a mental level, but really explore what it means to embody it. We share the will of our creator as we're part of it. And that same will that the ascended masters and the archangels and other high vibrational beings, they also know this will and follow it. So being in reverence to Great Spirit and being in humility to get our ego off the helm of that ship and let the Spirit guide us. Let the sun illuminate our true selves with the resonance, with the part of us that is the sun itself. Let us accept the teachings and the wisdom of those who've come before us, the teachings that are in alignment with our truest self. Let us accept ourselves and our brothers and sisters as divine purity and sinlessness. So that's what I wanted to talk about, Monsef. What questions do you have?
Yeah, first, thank you for what you shared and the explanation of the different influences that we can have. And also, I love that you mentioned earlier about courageously following our inner joy. And like you explained, those influences, they really go deep into those patterns or triggers that we have. So like the courageously that we initially see as very difficult, at some point when we go through our healing journey, it becomes more easier. And so maybe the question is how to know if something is our inner joy, or is it because of the triggers that come to the surface? Because also sometimes we want to do things just to avoid those emotions, those emotions that we are feeling. And many times they come as the image of inner joy or passion. So how do you differentiate between those two?
That's a great question, Monsef. And like you said, it can get tricky to really discern where we're avoiding something and we're telling ourselves we want to do it, or it's really something that light us up. So and this is where it comes really being introspective and asking yourself the really important question is, how important is for me? And what I'm going to get, is it going to get me something that I'm fearing I don't have? Or fearing that I'm left out because others have? Or does it really bring me joy? We learn to want things, right? Because others have them, or we think we should do this and that, but really asking yourself is, how much do I truly value that? Will begin to give you information um, as to
Yeah.
where that's something that really comes from within, or from avoidance. If you're going somewhere because you're fearing the alternative, what does that tell you? But if it's something from just the joy, and it might sound scary, and it's completely normal that it might feel scary because maybe you haven't done it before, and that's completely normal. But when there's this fear and that excitement together, that's different than just fear or gut feeling. Fear. Great question.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. And yeah, also how to say, because we are really called to totally shift the way we create our life. And many times we try to analyze or maybe try to understand how we can behave in reaction to some experiences. And many times we try to do that based on the past, on what we knew worked before. But at the same time, it feels like it's not working anymore, and it feels like it's something very new. It's unknown, and it's like we are learning um, a new way of being and living life. And so, what's your perspective about that? And also because it can create some kind of discomforts, because we can have difficulties taking decisions at some point.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It can be difficult veering off the path that you thought you wanted, and things start changing, and it's important to get in touch with that inner inner compass. Meditate on your heart and get aligned with it and know what a yes or a no feels for you. When something is in alignment, for example, with me, I ask myself and focus on it, and I just get this expanding feeling of expansion. And if I ask myself, how does this really, is it going to work for me? Is it beneficial or not? And I get a contracting feeling. So really starting to trust yourself and test that compass maybe on things that are not like super important at first. So you learn to trust it. And sometimes you'll get an answer that you don't want to hear. And that's when you know you're really listening. um,
Yeah.
you're really listening to that, but really working on tuning that self and trusting your own heart, because we each of us know ourselves the best. So it's really important to get in touch with that and really get good discernment and recognizing when things will be beneficial for us or not. And it doesn't mean that we won't, stumble along the way. But it's important to recognize the learnings and the opportunities from those experiences and not judge ourselves badly for messing up. There's not really messing up, it's just an experience. So the more you reframe that and look for opportunities, the better you're setting yourself up for success in your journey.
Hmm. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Laura. And do you feel it's the right time for the activation?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm
Okay.
excited about. We'll see where they take us today. So let me change my audio. Right. So I invite everyone to close your eyes. If you're in a place that is safe and conducive to do so, relax your body. Notice the weight of your body on the surface that you're sitting on or laying on. Feel the pull of gravity. Feel the essence of your heart. Be curious. Have you said hello to your heart today? Take a moment to check in. Say some sweet loving words to your heart. Appreciate it's all it does for you. And be open to receive the love that the heart has for you. I invite you to be open to this experience. Focus on your crown and picture your beautiful lotus petals opening up, and I see a lot of you already excited with what's about to come. Your crown chakras are sparkling and glistening. I see a couple of shy ones. That's okay. However much you want to receive, you can always change your mind. Feel the whole of your energy. Feel and notice how it feels around you. With a focus on back on your crown and on your heart. invite your team of light. Let's invite all of those beings who love us unconditionally, who are helping us on this very important journey, on this here and now. We call our power animals, our star nations that are supporting us, as beautiful beings of light, angels, archangels that some of you are working with, a great spirit, a great big heart, mind, and eye that sees everything and loves us unconditionally. As we surround ourselves with these beings, we call on the planetary forces, the sun, our solar system. We see you and honor you. And we orient ourselves with the great central sun, way, 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 way within, above our crown. It feels like an energetic string or spiritual cord is pulling, is like taut. You can feel that constant connection that can never be severed. We invite the energy of all the endings, all the beginnings. We ask our ancestors to surround us. We receive healing as well. And all of those who are present and all of those who will join us in the future, listening to this recording, we welcome you with much love and honoring your presence and the beautiful energies that you bring that help us co-create this reality. Let us invoke for and tap into the ancient wisdom of the ancestors and those who sang to the sun before us and who will sing after us, all those revering the splendor and the life-giving energy of the sun. Om Bhurvuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate. Om Bhurvuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate. Om Bhurvuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate. So you're feeling yourself and your spiritual cord connected via your crown to the great central sun. Just feel the alignment with your own solar plexus. Let the energies, invite the energies of the sun, divinity, to come through and start working through you. Moving, realigning your feminine side, your left side, expanding, contracting, some little blockages there, Let the energy come through, welcome it with reverence and love. And focus on your tailbone and feel that luminous umbilical cord connected to the heart of the Mother Earth, to Gaia, inviting her to feel these energies as well. Oh, Kurasumare. Receive the nurturing of her soils, her fertile soils, her fertile ground. Start dancing with her. She's inviting you to embrace yourself. Open your solar plexus. This energy is coming through. Let what doesn't serve you release. All the fear. All my. Feel some blockages coming from some of y'all's hips. Come out, invite it to come out. Release, no longer serves you. We see a volcano exploding from your solar plexus. Continue the eruption. I'm calling on the angels to open up a portal, transmute all these energies, take them to where they're most needed in their journeys. Oh, bringing love to your solar plexus. Bringing that divine love coming in from your crown, from the great central sun. Solar entrainment with your solar plexus. And begin to inform or reinforce and nourish that divine identity within you. Patriarchal systems needing to be reprogrammed. This SS is not okay to follow and receive guidance, and that makes you weak. And release the anger of having to take care of yourself. Release it from your heart as well. Let this energies nourish you, from above, from below, cocoon you, rock you, feeling some of the beings working, the auras, some of you repairing holes, open shoulder, behind your necks. Sikrik ba kadane and what is divine alignment of our spines and cleansing. The rainbow staircase. That we climb. And feeling the presence of our sun, welcoming the teachings of divine neutrality. Now the sun shifts the magnetic poles every 11 years. We shift and change, and release, become unattached to outcome. We begin to embrace the process, the beingness, instead of the result, finding the joy on the flip, the magnetic flip, playing. The sun's inviting you to play and explore it. So we go through the portal of Ra. Let's go explore the sun. As we're entering this beautiful but powerful membrane, and see this world, experience, how do you perceive the sun? You feel the joy of just being, of radiating yourself unconditionally, just radiating your essence. Feel the excitement, feel the joy and bliss of self-expression through the vehicle of light. It's an invitation to start exploring your own self-expression in your own light. No matter how many clouds you have, you perceive around you, it doesn't change. Truth. That you're always shining. You just choose not to perceive it. Invite you to connect that light where the heart is bringing you. we begin to make our ways back, feeling angels, archangels coming to surround us, envelop us in their wings and their softness, teaching us that we are loved, remembering, reminding us that we are loved. We ask for ease and grace and realigning what's remaining. And from this transmission, come back through the portal of Ra with much thanks, much appreciation. And we say, we feel Mother Earth and thank her for the transmission and the activation of nourishment. And to the great central sun, the universal energy, for that divine identity, divine will, the particle alignment, to dispel any interference from artificial creations of stories and traumas. Invite you to start coming back into your body and feeling the weight of your bones, focusing on your feet and sending tentacles of light to the earth, feeling the strong connection, feeling the effects of gravity coming back into your body, and opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Much thanks and appreciation for this experience.
Thank you very much, Laura. That was really amazing. I really loved it. I love the energy of it, like the chanting and trolling that you did, and also with um, the crystal balls that you used. It felt like a really powerful ceremony of releasing those fears and doubts that we have, and with the energy of the sun and the lights and its light, it helps to really amplify our own lights and shine it through our body. So yeah, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, and also everyone, we would love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat boxes on Zoom and also on YouTube. And yeah, so in the meantime, Laura, I would love if you can talk a little bit about the package that you are offering, which includes 60-minute one-on-one private session with you, plus a sound alchemy healing and light language transmission recording, which is inspired by the client's energetic blueprint. And I invite everyone to visit the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura, LAURA. or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live event page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. So yeah, Laura, I would love if you can tell us about that.
Yes, thank you, Monsef. I'm really excited to try something different. So in the last few months, it's become more apparent to me that the tremendous resonance that there is between the issues that we go through and what others experience. So we have similarities and differences, but when we share similar patterns in the trauma and then our blueprints are similar in some ways, they create this resonance effect that can attract others, or you can feel their stuff more easily, or maybe some others with complementary patterns as well. So I am creating something new as a form of service to others, and I want to extend this opportunity to this show, Your Divine Uniqueness, as an opportunity for your audience to be, in a way, healing ambassadors. So the bonus that I'm offering on top of the 60-minute one-on-one is a sound alchemy healing recording that's inspired by the client's energy, who purchases the private session. And you will get the recording as a file. I'll be sharing it with you, but it'll also be shared in a healing library that will be available to others on my new YouTube channel. So you will have the opportunity to sponsor the recording if you want to share your name, your country, your social media handle, or you can also remain anonymous. So the intention is really to provide a means of, access to alchemy sound healing to others that are maybe going through similar challenges and who may be guided to your unique recording.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Thank you so much, Laura. Yeah, for offering your support and guidance, and through both the one-on-one session and the recording, the personalized recording. So because like you mentioned before, it's really a time for us to really follow our inner joy with more courage. And like you mentioned, there can be some challenges, but still it's the energy, our energies right now are really supporting that and really helping that to step fully into our power and receiving guidance and supports along that way. Like from you can be very, very helpful with both like the one-on-one session and receiving a deeper healing into any issues that come to the surface, and also through the light language. So thank you so much, Laura, for sharing your work and hearing with us. So, and everyone, again, I invite you to sign up to this offer by going to the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura. Laura. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And also we'll start taking questions in a little bit. So everyone, if you want to ask your question, you can either type it on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube, or you can raise your hand on Zoom by pressing reactions, then raise hand. Or on the phone, you can press *9. So I want to read some feedback about the journey from Tammy. The way you bring the light beings with the others is perfect for me. I'm interested in more. And thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah. And Ellen, sure. Yeah, there's a lot of hearts. Without words, I feel deeply blessed, Laura and everyone present. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you so much, Ellen.
Yeah. Rhonda, thank you, Monsef, for having Laura on your show again. She is truly gifted and a magnificent, beautiful healer. My session with her last year was outstanding. I have been to many healers, and she is the only one by far being able to help me to release deep issues in a way that no healer has helped me before. With her assistance and guidance, I was able to gain new insights, receive incredible clearings, and soul healings in gratitude and with much love and blessings to all.
Wow, Rhonda, thank you so much. I'm truly, truly blessed for. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. And Tina, she wrote, loved the process. My cat Zoe snuggled up and started eh, knitting and purring as soon as you started the light language. She meowed quietly and a few times, which she very rarely meows, only if trying to get my attention. It was if she was saying, Mom, this is good stuff. I agree.
Oh, love Zoe. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tina.
Yeah, thank you, Tina. Um, and let's take questions. We have Tammy. Can you please? Oh, you are unmuted. Go ahead.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Monsef.
Hi.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi. My words are a little quiet today, so I tried chatting and decided I might do better speaking. I wanted to express, and there's a terrible echo. I wanted to express, and I hope it's appropriate, what I'm so happy to come across you. First of all, your voice totally resonates with my heartstrings, my body strings. And then the other thing is, like, I love shamanism. The thing for me is that I feel too planted, like I am the tree planted, where I like to soar. And when you said, when you bring light beams, it's the mix that I've always been looking for. And I have the page open to work with you.
Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, it's been a challenge for me in my journey too to remain grounded. So I make it make it just like it's like accepting. It's accepting that nurturing energy in remaining grounded, but then also open to our multidimensionality. It's important to honor both.
I'm so glad that you caught the gist of what I was saying in case it wasn't clear enough. And can I say you totally nailed it? I mean, totally.
I'm glad to hear it resonated with you, Tammy.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Tammy. Much love. And yeah, that was beautiful. And yeah, I totally agree with the grounding. It can be challenging at times, like to stay grounded because like with what's happening energetically, it feels like, as we say, we are releasing so many things at once, and it can be very triggering sometimes. But it's still very important, and because also in those situations when we feel triggered, we want something that would create a shift right away. Uh, that's from my experience, like staying grounded, it comes with practice. The more we practice it, the more it becomes easier.
Absolutely. It's a practice. That's a truth.
Yeah.
Capital T. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And yeah, we have Sue on the phone. Can you unmute yourself?
Hi, Monisette. Hi,
Hi,
Laura.
Sue.
My name is Sue. Laura, I have a question. Your transmission was beautiful. I got to see the angels and the guides, which is one of my most powerful gifts now. I've noticed, though, when we're having these solar eclipses and everything, stuff I thought I cleared out like 6 months ago, all of a sudden it's like coming back again. And it's like, I thought I cleared this out, but it comes back like in a different way. And I don't like feel that upset about it anymore. But But is it just the energies keep bringing this up that I have to work with this?
Thank you for bringing this up. Yeah, it's something that I've encountered as well. And what it is we're releasing at a deeper level. There's like layers of layers and layers. And with the work that we do and healing ourselves, is like new layers of dimension become available to us for healing. So it may feel like the same thing, but it's like picture it like a spiral. You're just like going deeper, and like a testament of that the healing that you've done before is you're not finding yourself being as reactive or triggered by it. There's like you can notice that growth. It's like, no, yes, I am different. This is an opportunity for healing that at a deeper level.
Okay, that makes sense because I don't have like the same reaction, but then all of a sudden something else will come added onto it. I'm going, oh, I didn't think about that. And then the emotional overwhelm. Not so much for the first part, it's like whatever's attached onto it then, like you said, the next layer. And I noticed within the last 2 months with all these energies and especially with the solar eclipse. I mean, I felt the solar and the moon at the same time. So I was walking outside going, okay. Like, okay, we had enough of this now. But I mean, it was just a unique feeling that I can't even describe. But I noticed then more and more layers were coming up really fast.
And
just wondering what the connection was.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes their emotions are similar, and we may release rage toward somebody, but maybe we keep the anger. And we release a part of it, but not right. So when we may release an aspect of that trauma, but being that we're many sided, it's like a little glass shard that maybe stayed, and it's buried a little bit deeper, maybe in a more sensitive area that you weren't quite ready yet to release and explore before.
That makes sense. Yep. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I agree totally with that. And now it makes more sense of why certain things trigger and certain things are like, no, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, I get it. So will this be like a continuation because of the way the energies are flowing?
Oh yeah, I feel the energy just ramping up more. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So I know.
For that.
Hang on, for the ride. But it's such a tremendous opportunity to for those of us who are on the path consciously to really play with these energies and not be afraid of them. They're here to support us and help us along the way and learn and grow.
Yes, that is very true. And your transmission brought a lot of clarity today, which I thank you for very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for all that you do. And blessings to you, and also to you, Maesaka, for having such wonderful people on your show all the time that really care. So thank you to both of you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Sue.
Blessings to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Laura, for the guidance. And yeah, sometimes it's really great to to laugh at that, because many times we take this so seriously. But when we laugh, it really makes the process easier. Like, we understand what's happening, but at the same time, we know it will be temporary, but it's like it's a game we are playing all together and sharing our experiences. But yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It's a game we're playing that brings up that lightness, energy, that curiosity, that let's play. It's a game. We're together. We're not alone.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. And we have Ellen. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, Laura. Hello, Maesaka.
Hello, Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi. Yeah, just writing in this chat that I don't have words, but now I would like to share what my what happened, what I'm experiencing is first time actually since I'm on this planet. I felt my light. I really felt that I'm part of this transmission. And that was very natural. And the other thing is that I had really difficulties in me to receive. And I was constantly talking to my physical body and to my crown chakra and to all the layers, let's receive, let's receive. And that is what I feel there's really some work for me, so ahead that so that it's really the energies can sink in more. Yes, that's quite remarkable. I never ever had that, and I'm really pondering now. To take another session.
Yeah, that's beautiful awareness, Ellen. That you've noticed that in reconnecting with those energies, or where you felt the resistance.
Actually, in the solar plexus all day today. Even this morning, I was waking up, and I even didn't know that you were on the show tonight. So tonight for me from Germany. So I was really really guided now to be here, and so I was so my inner solar plexus and my guides this morning, they said to me, we are in control, Ellen. You don't have to, your ego don't have to say anything. So they were quite harsh this morning. And so I'm here, European time. It's tonight for me now. So yes, that is the share. And I was really touched by your, really the sound and the energies that come through when when you were explaining, and then the energies come through and you were explaining so that we can know what it is. And so I was so much joy, receiving that. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Ellen.
Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Monsev, as well, for having Laura. It's really great gift. Thank you.
Beautiful. And thank you to you, Ellen.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah. Well.
And also thank you, Laura. Let's see. Yeah, so Laura, really thank you so much for the support you gave to our callers, and also for everything you shared, for the information, which was very inspiring. And really the explanation you gave about the influences, I found it very important to have that awareness about what's going on, because it's really helpful. And also with the process you did, the activation, that was really amazing. Really loved it. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Monsef, for the opportunity, and to your audience for being here and being open to receive, and for being beacons of light in this world. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, absolutely. And also thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us, for co-creating with us, sharing with us your beautiful energies, and sharing your comments, your questions. And so again, you can sign up to the one-on-one session, 60 minutes one-on-one session with Laura, and also the personalized light language recording on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura, LAURA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description, and on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And so that's everyone. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.